Will you show yourself to us? Yep. Oh my god, yes. That's enough. Holy god.
I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing, I'm barely awake. You left me in pieces, there's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head.
First day on the job. Let's get started. So welcome to the world of Phasmophobia. In this universe we play as ghost investigators who must go into haunted properties throughout the country and use the tools at our disposal to try to figure out what ghost exactly is haunting the property. Inside of our trusty ghost investigating journal, we have a list of evidence, and the more evidence we collect, the more that we will have an idea of what ghost is invading the property. At the moment you can see that we have a huge list of ghosts. The more we tick off, that will eventually get narrowed down. Apparently I used a combination that doesn't exist. The more it gets narrowed down until we are left with a single ghost. Once we have 3 pieces of evidence, we are able to narrow it down to that single ghost. And then we can get the hell out of here. The idea is that we get out of there before the ghost comes and kills us, and that is all dependent on our sanity. While our sanity is high, the ghost will be less inclined to attack us, but as it drops lower, the ghost will get more and more aggressive. If the ghost gets aggressive, there is a chance that it kills us. So it's a race against time for us to find the evidence before the ghost comes back and kills us. So the first property we'll be investigating is Edgefield Street House. Now, a team has gone in before us and done a bit of investigating, and it looks like the ghost's name is Michael Garcia. The ghost also seems to only respond to people who are alone, fortunate for me, and you should be able to use its name to anger it and get some paranormal activity. So the higher-ups also thought it would be a hilarious idea to come up with some more optional objectives that we can do to give us a bit more pay at the end of the day. Good for us, but also bad for us, because it means that it gives us, the ghost, a bit more opportunity to come and, well, snap our necks. So, the first objective is to discover what type of ghost we're dealing with. That's all well and good. We should be able to do that as part of our main objective. Objective 2 is to capture a photo of the ghost. Slightly trickier, but it can be done. Objective 3, have a member of your team witness a ghost event. That kind of goes hand in hand with the photo of the ghost. And the last one is to find evidence of the paranormal with an EMF reader. Interesting. Okay. So when we go into the house, the power will be off. So our first objective is to go and find the power. And it looks like it's down in the basement. So, we'll grab the house keys. Grab our first pieces of evidence. Or evidence recording equipment. And then we'll get started with the ghost. Let's go get this ghost. Yeah. Seems like the weather's clear for us today. A little bit windy. And of course it always has to be in the dead of the night. We'd never be able to investigate during the day. No, no, no. Ghosts must just find it easier to find us during the night. Okay, so we're inside. Now our first job is to get to the basement and turn the power on. I like to have a few lights on in the house because it gives me an area of safety that we can retreat back to in case, well, anything goes slightly wrong. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. So the basement's just down here. And hopefully, if the ghost's presence isn't within this room, we're gonna be able to just smoothly walk through and immediately turn the power on. Yeah, here it is. Ugh. Perfect. I just walked straight over there. So it seems like the previous owners were definitely doing some shenanigans to summon this ghost. They've left a summoning circle down in the basement. I'm not too confident in my abilities to play with that just yet, so I think we'll leave it as it is. Hopefully that means that the ghost is maybe not inside the basement, but somewhere else. So with the power on, as I say, we can probably start with a couple of safe rooms. This main one here is a good one for us to kind of turn the lights on. Get a bit more comfortable with just being in the light. Okay, and perhaps I'll turn the kitchen light on as well. If the ghost comes to hunt for us, we're going to need to look for places to hide, but our main objective at the moment is to find out the single room that the ghost is haunting. In most of these properties, the ghost is attached to either an object or a room, and there was no hint to say that it was attached to an object, so we should look for a room the ghost is haunting. We'll generally be able to find that by the amount of activity that is happening around the area, and by the looks of it, we have a door open already and a light switch on. So I can only assume that the ghost might be around this area somewhere. Yeah, the light's gone off again already. Okay. So our EMF detector should spike if we get any activity here. We have a side bathroom too, which is very interesting. And I guess I'll take this opportunity to turn on our recording, our video camera, see if I can spot any ghost orbs initially in this area. Just before a ghost manifests itself, it can travel in this kind of like small orb type appearance that you might be able to capture on camera. Indicates the presence of a ghost. Is that another door open? No. Okay. There's definitely a lot of activity surrounding that room, but I don't know if that is the one room that the ghost is haunting. Could potentially just be in this area. It's incredibly important that we find the room that the ghost is in, because without that, it's going to be incredibly difficult to kind of capture evidence. Now, unfortunately, the ghost is able to hear everything that I am saying, which makes it slightly harder for me. I have to refrain from saying the ghost's name at all times if I can. We have a door open here as well, which is interesting. Ooh, and my breath's gone cold. So I can assume that the ghost is in here, and we have our first piece of evidence, which is freezing temperatures. Brilliant. Okay. Let's see what other tools I have. I have the EMF reader here. Tempted to just throw that into the center of the room here. And perhaps that will pick something up for us. Maybe we'll be able to see it on camera if it spikes. We need an EMF strength of level 5 if we are to get any evidence of our ghost. So I'll bring the camera in here. Occasionally there are objects around that the company I work for will pay extra for if we capture it. Things like this. A bone. What is that, a hip bone? Pelvis? Something like that? That is incredibly valuable. Potentially any voodoo dolls and stuff lying around as well. Maybe even that picture of the summoning circle down below would have helped us out nice. But that's pretty much all of our initial investigations. So now that we've identified the room that the ghost is in, we can go back to the truck and collect some more advanced equipment to see if we can kind of figure out exactly what the ghost is doing. So our sanity has dropped down to 79%, which is okay for the most part. We haven't hit that 65% kind of low bound threshold just yet, and it seems like the activity has been fairly mild so far, so we might need to provoke the ghost in future. Now that we have an idea of where the ghost is, we can probably leave the torch behind to make way for some of this other equipment. We know that there's freezing temperatures right away, so we can record that straight away. And that already kind of eliminates our list a little bit. Now that we've got the camera set up, it seems like half the wall is missing. Why is half the wall missing? Half the wall's missing. There you go. Well, the ghost's not going to be flying around there if half the building's disappeared. I don't think that's one of the evidences on the clues. There you go. It's not a game if it's not a game that I play if it hasn't got a few bugs in it, that's for sure. Right, so we'll see if we can do a spirit box reading. We'll see if we can capture any movement of the ghost. And we'll see if we can capture any fingerprints. Here we go. So far we haven't identified a suitable hiding place for us if the ghost should go off. Oh, there's activity going on up there. What is that? That's a level 3. So the ghost is definitely here now. It's definitely here. Let's see if we can capture the spirit box. It went higher. That's an EMF level 5. That is a strong ghost reading. In fact, I'm actually going to take a step back here, because if the ghost is going to get a bit aggressive, we need to take a little bit of a breather. Perhaps we'll go hide near the door while that eventual activity wears off. That is a strong ghost reading. So we can tick off our second clue, which is an EMF level 5. And that leads it down to just a few things here. Now, if I just take myself outside, just in case the ghost decides to be aggressive, one of the interesting things is that once you've got 2 of them, you can start to cross off one of them that has no effect on the other clues, like here. So we know for a fact that there can no longer be ghost orbs, because crossing out a ghost orb keeps all of the options we have available to us left. Spirit box, you see the twins, they cross off, so we still have an option of getting a spirit box thing here. Ghost writing seems quite prevalent, fingerprints too seem quite prevalent. So we now know that we would be wasting our time to use the camera, but we can go and do a bit of a spirit box recording. So let's give that a try. That's a picture. Okay, it seems like the activity is quieted down a little bit, which gives us a bit more opportunity. T. I'm just going to go ahead and put the D.O.T.S projector down. It's a bit like an Xbox Kinect. It will allow us to detect ghost movement. And I'm just going to take myself back out of the scene of the crime, as it were, as the ghost seems to be very active. And I don't want to anger it too much. And this is why. If we take a look at the activity that's gone on, there has been some huge spikes. Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I'm out here now. And we seem to have dropped our sanity down to about a 70%. Now we do have pills that are going to help us kind of recover from this. I'm tempted to pop them now. Don't know how much they do. Takes me all the way back up to 100. Okay, so that's going to give me a bit of extra time now, while we get to stare at the monitor and see if we've got any ghost movement through the D.O.T.S projector. So if there is indeed a ghost here, we should be able to see a spectral entity move through the dots. This kind of technology is used in the Xbox Kinect, and it was used primarily to kind of capture movement, and that's how you're able to kind of play the game. Ghost investigators then took this technology and used it for themselves, because it was quite clear that it's very good at detecting movement. And the ghosts are able to kind of pass through this. So the next thing I want to do is a spirit box recording, and we'll leave the book in there too. Let's try that. I'd be much more comfortable with a torch, but unfortunately we don't have the space for it. So the spirit book, or I guess it is a spirit book, it's a piece of equipment that we can leave down, and when we leave the room, ghosts will sometimes find it in their interests to go and write in the book. Then when we come back, there may be scrawlings inside. We could use the camera to kind of see that, but with the camera being a bit weird, I'm not even sure I trust it anymore. Now, I'm going to conduct a spirit box recording. So what the spirit box does is it loops through a bunch of different frequencies that the spirit can tap into and potentially give us a word or a phrase that we'll be able to use to detect that his presence is here. So we're looping through the frequencies now, and I'll ask it a question. Can you say something for me? Will you speak to us? Speak. If you want to say something, now is the time. No fingerprints on any of those doors. Will you speak to us? What happened to you? Are you here? And there we go. We captured our third piece of evidence. I think he said young. So that's it. That's all that we need. We now have the 3 pieces of evidence. So if we're able to get out of this building safely, it seems like he's also tripped the power with those EMF spikes. And there we go. Oh, It's nerve-wracking, but we've done it. So the third piece of evidence then is the spirit box. The ghost communicated through that, and that has left us with the twins. Very interesting. So that kind of explains why the actions are almost split between those two rooms. So we have a bit of lore here. So if we check out the twins, we'll see if it matches the description of the behaviour that we've seen so far in the house. So the twins. These ghosts have been reported to mimic each other's actions. They alternate their attacks to confuse their prey. Either twin can be angered and initiate an attack on their prey, but the twins will often interact with the environment at the same time. Interesting. So there was potentially two entities inside that building, and they were doing the same sort of thing. I guess that would explain why the spikes are so high. Now, we do have an opportunity, as we have not yet witnessed a ghost event, nor have we captured a photo of the ghost. We've definitely completed Objective 1, and it seems like we've managed to capture the EMF reading itself. So we can go back now and try our life to capture some images of the ghost. This is definitely not something I recommend you do, but while our sanity is still at about 80%, we could try it. This is very risky. I'll tell you now, I so far have not been able to survive a hunt at all. Seems like the ghost has turned on the shower. I can probably turn off some of these lights now. There we go. I'll take the EMF reading with me so we can capture that kind of high activity when it happens. So I'll turn this off. Yeah, so these were the twins mimicking each other. Presumably one turned on the shower, the other one mimicked it. So are you ready for this? Show yourself. Will you show yourself? Come out. Will you show yourself to us? Yeah. Oh my god, yes. That's enough. Holy god. Okay. I have to have captured that. There is absolutely no way I'm going back. Yes, thank god. Oh, so that's Objective 2 and Objective 3 ticked off. We've managed to complete all the objectives. We've got all the evidence for the ghost. Done. Let's get the hell out of here. Whew. Whew. And look at that. So we completed all 4 objectives, we got a couple of photos, and the ghost type was indeed the twins. Fantastic. 120 bucks. Alright, for our second location, we're off to Grafton Farmhouse. Now that we've got a win in the bag, I'm feeling a lot more confident, and I think that we're going to be able to smash this one. And if not, we can always get a bit silly with it. So, there are objectives. We have to discover what type of ghost we are dealing with for Objective 1, get a ghost to blow out a candle for Objective 2, which I don't have a candle, so that's unfortunate. Cleanse the area near the ghost using smudge sticks, which I also don't have, so that's pretty unfortunate as well. And Objective 4 is to capture a photo of the ghost, which I do have, so we can do pretty much 1 and 4, and that's about it. Looks like the ghost's name is Charles Harris, and the ghost seems to respond to everyone regardless of them being together or individually kind of spaced out. But it doesn't matter because I'm alone. Grab our keys, grab the equipment we need, and let's just get straight into the house. So I guess I need to find the power station, which looks like it's at the back of the house. When we go in, we're going to want to head left and then all the way straight through to the back to find the power box. Torch is going to help me navigate that, see if we can go and find some initial pictures. I don't like that at all. EMF just detect if we've got any kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? Like paranormal activity around us? That makes more sense. And with that, we're ready to go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is nice. Complete with rain. Can be soggy before I've even arrived. Not that going into the house would make me soggy. That sounds horrific, to be honest. Here we are. Wow. Immediately with... What was that? Knocking over a pot? His chair fell over. I've only just entered your flippin' house! We use the camera to navigate, I guess. This almost acts like a torch in a weird way. It's kind of cool. What the hell is that on the floor? Okay. Now, before I arrived, the guy said that the ghost was linked to a cursed object. Now, we found the summoning circle in the last place, but I'm not entirely sure about what other kind of cursed objects could be around. If that even is a cursed object, it's more of a cursed circle. But with the bottle falling off there, it makes me think that the ghost is probably going to be around this area somewhere. So that's always good to know. Made it to the power box. You're creepy. And there we go. Let there be lights. Go! Sweet! Okay. So EMF hasn't detected anything else at the moment, so we may as well go for a bit of a walk around and just see what we can see. Take a quick reading in here to see if there's any spirit orbs. I haven't managed to catch any spirit orbs yet, but they are around. We will find them. If we can. Bottle and the chair's pretty concerning here. Half tempted to think that the ghost is around this area. Something else just happened over here. They're knocking things over. It's a level 3. What's that? Can you stop trashing the place, please? What did I just say? Are you sure you're not in here? Okay, now you're just messing with me. Ah, stop! Ah! Who? What? Why? Alright. 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 I'm inclined to believe that we don't need to go and investigate the rest of the house. Looks like it's right there. Whoa! Well, that was that. We've got an EMF recording of level 3, but nothing ever spiked to level 5. So we can't tick off the evidence unless we get an EMF spike of level 5. Plenty of activity though. This ghost is active and it's absolutely destroying my sanity in the first 5 minutes. Didn't find any spirit orbs, so that's a shame. Could have taken a picture. I do have to capture a photo of it, so I need to be a bit more vigilant on that. Should have left the EMF there because now I'm going to have to drop things and that's annoying. Need the torch because otherwise you guys can't see. Ah, it's all everywhere. Okay. Let's try and talk to it. Let's just try and reason with it. It seems a bit touchy-touchy, so maybe the UV light would be quite handy as well. I'll drop the torch and use the UV light, but I know. UV light's kind of not as good as the torch, but we'll get through it, Of course, there's no guarantee it is here, but I mean, the ghost literally appeared, it's chucking things around. What more do you want from me? Dump that there. I'm going to open this door as well, just in case it's in there. In fact, I'm half tempted to turn the light on in here. At least in the entryway would be quite good. Switch them. Okay. Ghost broke the power. Don't start playing Mozart on me. First of all, I don't think my underwear can take it. Okay. Just take a chill pill, alright? Which room are you in then? It's gotta be here. Fingerprint on the light switch. And on the door. Okay, that's good. Let's ask some questions. Will you say something? Talk to me. Are you a fan of cheese? Or strawberries, pickled strawberries? Pickled eggs? Maybe we'll try something a bit more direct. Are you old? Ooh. He's old. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, handprint on the door. Oh, this guy's insane. Oh, it's definitely working with us though. That's nice to see. And look at that, a massive spike just before we left. That must have been how we communicated through the box. Summoned a lot of energy there. Well, that's fantastic. We've already crossed off 2 clues. So that's, what was that? Spirit box plus fingerprints. There's only 3 left that it could be. So if we cross off... Okay, so we can still use the dots. Don't need to look for ghost orbs anymore. Freezing temperatures is a possibility. So is ghost writing. EMF's out of the question. Leaves us with dots, ghost writing, freezing temperatures. So... we're going to take the DOTS projector, which means we need the camera for the DOTS projector. We also need the ghost writing, and we can use our own mouth to test freezing temperatures. Solid. Sanity's looking low, so I'm going to have to chew up. Oh, dropped him. If I want to survive this. Back at 98. Okay. Should give us a little bit of a mental barrier before the ghost comes full force, it does. I'm not sure how much we can take. You've been making a mess. Bought you something to write with, just in case. Look at the camera where I can see the writing, just in case it goes up. Something like this. I'll leave this here in case you want to write in it, okay? And then we'll put DOTS projector like somewhere like here. Give us a full view from the camera's perspective, hopefully. Alright, so here's in the kitchen. We've got a view of the book, just in case they write in the book. And kind of don't really have much view of the DOTS projector, unfortunately. So we're not going to be able to tell if the spirit kind of runs past very easily. It's probably best we just keep it on night vision. Perhaps we can see a spirit walk through on night vision. I often find the DOTS projector is easier to view when it's on like the normal mode, night vision off, but this angle it works much better like this. So I guess we just give it a moment. Perhaps he'll be interested in writing in the book, perhaps not. All the while I'm just liking being in the van, to be honest. Gives me a moment of calm. I'll equip the torch for me as well. Not sure if he's a fan of crucifixes, but we'll put some crucifixes down. And maybe we won't play with that, maybe we will. Doesn't look too interested in those. Well, I'm going to have to go in then, readjust things, and maybe try to get a photo of the ghost too at the same time. Hello, hello. I'm that good of a ghost investigator, I've actually forgotten your name. But you know, this thing goes both ways, because you didn't exactly write in my book. Put the book here. I'm going to readjust the camera's position now. Oh! Which way are you throwing those things? Let me jump out my skin. You'd know all about that. Look the other side so we should be able to see it from the camera. Alright, I'm gonna regret this, but... will you come out? Will you show yourself? I don't like this ghost at all. Oh, I really don't like this ghost. Why are you trashing this side? Can I see you? Will you show yourself? You great chungus. I provoked it. Take that as a no. Had to hold my breath while doing that one though. What? We got some mad EMF activity. How did it not show itself? Oh God. Once again the dot projector being quite hard to see. Maybe this way is the best. We don't have a view of the book either, so all of them is kind of a bit useless. Perhaps we take the temperature probe in as well. Maybe that makes sense. I'll have to readjust all of this as well. Doesn't seem like I've done a very good job of placing any of it. Could also go look for some more pictures if we want to try and earn some money, but right now doing any of the objectives would be a bonus. Okay. Now that things have quieted down, let's try this again. Looks like they flicked the power off again. Oh, I tell you what, this ghost is it's a night. We've been here like 15 minutes and you've absolutely destroyed the place? No writing yet. Give us more. Just the cabinet. Will you write in the book? Of course not. Should probably try around to more of the active zone, which is like over here. Oh god, I'm making a mess of this. There's the camera. You must be running out of things to chuck. Or not. Will you come out? Gently. Show yourself. Can I see you? Will you show yourself for us? Show yourself. I'm hating every minute of this. Come out, come out. There's not many more of these we can do before it begins a hunt. Will you appear for me? Will you show yourself? I'm not asking anymore. Okay. It doesn't seem to want to come out and show itself. Very difficult given the absolute spikes in intensity we seem to be having on the activity board. It's very difficult. This looks like a much better place to get some readings though. If it's going to be on the D.O.T.S projector, we'll see it here. We might just have to take a bit of a seat and wait. Fortunately, I've brought one with me. Mwah! Being at 65% sanity puts me in a bit of a vulnerable spot now. If I do want to see the ghost, I am going to have to risk my life for it. Something I'm not all too comfortable with, but while we're still above 50, it could be okay. Perhaps we take the thermometer in. If we take the thermometer in, it might give us something that we don't normally have. Or it might show us that it's cold, and we must just have icy breath. It's my cold heart. I must be breathing cold air out my cold heart. It better be cold in here. Oh, it's pretty cold actually. Or I can hold my hand still for 2 seconds. 3.5. 5. It's very close to being cold. I'll put this down just in case the ghost wants to attack me. I'll go turn out the power box room as well. Better not do anything while I've got my camera down as well. Okay. Oh! Thank you very much! You wrote something in the book! Fantastic! Brilliant! I'll take that with me. It's going to be a brilliant picture. So all that's left to do is for you to show your fat ugly mug! You gonna do it? You gonna show yourself? Say hello? Come out? Manifest yourself? Show yourself. Do it. Now stop playing with the doors. Show yourself. This is ridiculous. I'll be honest, I think the only time that this thing's going to come out is when it wants to hunt us. And I really don't know if I can risk that, given such a good run with such a difficult ghost. One of the best for sure. We've now hit 40%, which puts us in a serious danger zone. But look at this, we've got some serious ghost readings. I'll take the most awkward photo I've ever taken. Does that not count? Is this thing broken? Does it only work outside? It only works outside! Fine, I'll take my book out in the rain if that's what you want, and I'll dump it right here. Face up. Just to get your damn picture. Smile. Alright, well now that we know everything, let's find out what ghost we're dealing with. So with the ghost writing, that puts it down to a poltergeist. Let's have a look at the lore for the poltergeist. Poltergeist. One of the most famous ghosts, the poltergeist, known to manipulate objects around it to spread fear into its victims. Its strength is that the poltergeist can throw many objects at once, and its weakness is with nothing to throw, poltergeists can become powerless. Does that mean they don't hunt? Okay, so we've now discovered what type of ghost we're dealing with, but we need to capture a photo. I'm on 47%, which is risky. But I want to get a picture of it. I'll try one more time, and I'll go hard. Where's his name? Charles. Charles Harris. Oh boy. You gonna show yourself? Oh, it actually appeared here and burnt some of the crucifix. It's already appeared. There is of course the option of the cursed object, but that's a bit of a stretch. You caused a mess here. Appear for me, Charles Harris. Charles, will you show yourself for me? Oh, it's all going wrong. What is that? Ooh! Does that count? I've not seen that before. Was that you? I just need you to show yourself. For me. Once. One time. There are potentially other things I could say. I could say a bunch of things to aggravate it, but I'm just trying my best to do this peacefully. Judging by this, the ghost has already tried to kill us once. The crucifix got in its way. Damn it. Can you do it again, please? I missed it. Wait. Yeah. Gotcha, give me another one. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now get me the hell out of here. Woo! Dun 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 dun. Screw you, Charles. Did that count? Yes, it did count. Woo! Get me home. Oh. What a run. There we go. We got objective 1 and objective 4, the only ones possible to us. We got $20 worth of photos, and of course we managed to guess the fact that it was a poltergeist correctly. Fantastic. So there we go. That was the first 2 locations of our ghost investigating journey. Took us almost half an hour with that one. Ouch. But we did do it in the end, and we've got lots of money now that we can eventually spend on some better equipment for us here and there. So, even though Christmas is over, here's a very festive end for you. Thank you very much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, then please let me know your thoughts down below. If there's anything you'd like to change. The first run that I did was quite formal, the second one was a bit more cheesy, so let me know if you like the silly style much more than the formal style. Tried to capture an atmosphere with the first one, but looking at it back, maybe it's best to go a bit more silly. I don't know, it's up to you. But either way, from me and, well, from the ghost, it's time to go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next time. So until then, goodbye!
I am you.